just a pad and it should be everybody in the world. You know, I've just noticed that your shirt is really clean and blue, and my shirt is like faded and grubby.
But old now.
It is, it's done some work. In actual fact, some of the very first Andy Mechanic shirts that I got done have worn through. They've actually just worn out. All the hem around the bottom has just all dropped off and they're rags. Anyway, welcome back, crew, to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. I have got the gorgeous tall girl Holly here in the workshop again. Well, you're nice and warm. God, lovely. Right, so in this episode of the epic build on the Suzuki DR200, just behind me for tall girl Holly, it's down on the hoist at the moment. On the last video, we put all the wiring harness on the bike. Still not too sure if we got it perfect. I might have to reroute the odd little bit now and again, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. In this video, we're going to need to focus on getting all the other bits and pieces put on. So we're going to handlebars first, I think, and then we'll work around the front headlight, front rack, and do the wiring up there around the ignition barrel and stuff, and exhaust to go on, other bits and pieces, just really to clear the bench and get as much stuff back on the bike as we can, with this being the last video of the weekend. It's been a tough weekend. We've worked hard. And I think we're almost about where we thought we were going to be. We've had a few little hiccups along the way, haven't we?
Yep.
Bushes and bearings on the suspension springs to mind. But oh, and you found a fault with the wiring harness as well. We found a rub through on the ground. So well spotted there, Holly. Good job. So she's got a trained eye. She's very good, you know. Okay, so without further ado, Holly, handlebars. There you go. Let's get those put back on the bike. Oh, and the one thing we need to remember is to slide on the throttle grip before we put it actually onto the handlebar, onto the actual frame itself. Otherwise, the cable's not long enough. I've done that before, you know. Holly, what's up?
There's so many little praying mantises on there.
Oh, look at that! It's infested. They almost look a little bit like a little tiny mini grue. They're the right colour, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, there's one, look, just sat on there. See if we can get it focused. There he is. Look at that! He's even looking at the camera. What a bloke! Because they're normally green, aren't they? They go really bright, vivid green, and then they go brown again, and they die.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we need the airline. I think they're going to get blown into oblivion. Off camera, obviously, otherwise I'll be getting loads of bad comments about it. Damn. Holly on the camera. Holy moly.
Put that down.
I've done that before. Oh, where's my blowdown gone? Bang! What turnip stole my blowdown gone? Why did I use it last? Oh, it's there. I gave it to you, didn't I? Oh. Right, here we go. Better?
Yep.
I reckon so.
Do we see any left? We're good now.
They shot. Most of them are shot off at a fair lick towards the toolbox. They might live in the toolbox now. Right. We need some grease actually. God, do a loop of the workshop. You got your gloves on?
Yep.
Cool. Right. Just grab a bit of grease out of there, and that's going to go on the right hand side of the end of the handlebars. That's the one. Down there. You smear it around there. That's going to help the old throttle to twist freely and smoothly on the handlebars. Last thing you want is your throttle sitting, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's already pre-greased. Oh god. Don't you hate picking up a rag that's already full of grease?
Yeah.
Right, that's for you. I'll grab the handlebars for a second. Not that big. Jeez. Oakley. So we'll slot that in there. And this is the common mistake. You forget to do that bit, and then all of a sudden it becomes a real problem. Right, Holly, if you hold those about there, again, we'll adjust them up later on once we get you on the bike proper. Did you know we had Guy Martin? You know Guy Martin, don't they? The off TV. He does all the stupid stunts. He races the TT and stuff. Go onto YouTube and search Guy Martin. Right, he was on the live stream last week. He came on and started commenting.
I might recognise him if I saw him.
Oh, you would? Yeah, he's a truck mechanic by trade in the UK. Real nice guy. Does lots of daredevil stuff. He's set loads of world records doing silly things. Yeah, cool bloke. So I was so surprised to see him on the live stream. It was unbelievable. Now, I am going to get you a new set of handlebars because I do think these are slightly bent, but I haven't got a new set in stock at the moment.
That's okay. I'm used to bent handlebars.
You are, aren't you? Good call. Actually, if I put a new set on, you might actually think there's something wrong with them. These are pre-bent for you. How's that? Right, so when you do these clamps up, they should be tight at the front and the gap. If there's any gap, it should be at the back.
Yep.
So always tighten the fronts up first, and they're usually about 20 Newton meters. We'll just tighten them down for now. I'll go around the whole bike and talk everything later on. There we go. Coolio. Right, handlebars are on. What we need to do now is headlight areas. So we've got from memory, there's like a plastic shroud that goes on first, and behind the shroud, that's all where all the wiring connects. So we'll focus on that next. So we'll go and find the bits on the bench, and we'll work our way through that one. Easy. Can you find it? There you go. That's the shroud. What else do we want? Let's have a look. Yeah, they're all the nuts and bolts for the headlight, I think. In there, is that right?
No.
Yeah, we'll grab those while we're on. Now the headlight bolted to the actual rack itself, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think plastic shroud first, then rack, then headlight.
Cool.
That should be about right. Okay, back to the bike. Where is he? Oh, he's going up. He's got up the throttle cable. Bye. Way, he's on for it. I mean, imagine what they'd pay for a ride like that. Just get blasted into oblivion. Way, off it goes. Okay. Now, I think that is very, very expensive stuff from Suzuki here. That's the little bag that we wrap all the wiring in. And I remember you pulling it out of those two little brackets there, look.
Yeah.
So it all sort of sits behind here. It's a bit hodgepodge, to be honest, but we'll do our best. Okay, so we've got the loom. There is a loop there, which obviously allows the bike to steer and stuff, you know, and not catch the wiring. So if you head over to the forge shelf,
yeah,
there's that just next to the brake cleaner bottle, the pump bottle to the right is the spray for the electric contacts. That's the one. Yeah, if you grab that, what we'll do is we'll work our way through all of this first. So you want to spray each of these connectors first, because there is a little bit of green crusties and some. Oh, hang on, sorry. Set you up to fail. I do exactly the same now. I forget they have a lid because it's so small. Cool. Indicators. I know they're not on the bike yet, but it's going to get some at some point. Cool. I don't know how the yellow wire is. Find out. Cool. That's all of those done now. Brilliant. And we've got the ignition switch. Look, 2 wires. How basic can you get? So you spray that one. Excellent. Let's just help clean them off a little bit. Oh, it feels rough, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Dry is the word. It feels dry. Okay. Speedo backlight. That's that one. And yeah, there you go. Look, that's the friend of that one, isn't it? By the looks of it. Suzuki's pretty good at colour coding all the connect. I think they use the same connector blocks quite a few times around the bike, so they have to make them different colours. Otherwise, people plug the wrong things into the wrong stuff. And I've done that myself. Okay, what have we got left? We've got a yellow one and 5 pins in the black one, which at the moment I have no idea where they go. Oh, they're going to be switchgear, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we're going to need to fit the switchgear next before we can finish the wiring.
Cool.
Okay, back to the bench. Let's go find the switchgear. Cameraman Andy. Wait for the earthquake. There we go. Look. Right. So we've got one. What plug's that got on it? That's a black plug, isn't it?
Yeah.
Terrible camera work. Yeah, 5 pins in a 6-pin plug. Cool. And well, there must be more switchgear. What else have we got? Lurking around. Cool. Okay, and that's the one with the yellow plug. Fantastic. Right, let's go and get those fitted on the bars, and then we can finish at least. Sorry, Holly. And then we can at least finish the wiring, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Right.
Awesome.
Back to the bike. Funny. I try to make a joke. It never happens. Okay. So it's just a little posi screwdriver, isn't it, for those screws?
Yeah.
All right. So you can do yours first if you want. There you go.
Cool.
I'll get mine in position and ready. Funny. Nice.
Sweet. Did my ball.
Oh, you drop one?
Yeah.
It's a standard issue. You have to drop at least one bolt, don't you? Otherwise it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, apparently both of them.
Somewhere there's a little pin on this thing. Where's the pin? So there should be a little pin on yours as well to line it up on the bars somewhere, so you get the right position. Oh, my pin's broken. That's why.
This doesn't want to be on.
Damn. Okay, it wants to be about. There. Let's try and find another back for this one then. It hasn't got a broken pin in it. Well, you can just use a little tiny self-tapping screw. You can drill a little hole in it and put a self-tapper in. That usually works. I've got all these little fettle jobs to do, haven't I now? They keep popping up on this build. What do you reckon? Is it going together? Or is it just not playing ball? Did you find the hole in the handlebars for the peg to go in? Because that's normally the problem if you can't get it in position. Oh, hang on a minute.
I don't see a hole here at all.
Clutch perch. It slides on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
What a numpty. So that's got to go on first for me. God damn. I'll go and find the clutch perch. How you get on?
There we go.
You found it? Ah, was it? It was tucked away, was
hiding.
it? It's hiding. If I hold that back, there we go. Look, that should go there like that.
Cool. There we go.
Perfect. Much better. See, if you don't find the hole, it never works, does it?
No.
Oh, it's not raining.
Yeah.
Birds are singing. Sun's out. It's nice.
It's not one thing making noise, it's another.
Yeah, it's never quiet down here. Apart from on night time, it does go really quiet middle of the night. Like 2 or 3 in the morning, it's deadly silent.
No crickets.
Not this time of year. You do it, and then the trucks start about 4:30 over the dam. Ooh, gave the game away there. Andy lives somewhere near a dam. Next clue. Somewhere near a dam and somewhere near Taupo. Where could that be? Well, there's loads of hydroelectric dams around here, so good luck.
Dropping everything.
Butterfingers?
Supposed to have done elsewhere though. Haven't dropped too many things this weekend yet.
Nah, you're doing alright. Didn't drop anything important, that's the good thing, isn't it? Cool.
Cool.
Right, done. Okay, so we'll just leave that loose for now. In fact, yeah, you can tighten it up because it's about there. So if you want to do those two up at the same time, get that out of the way. It's one more thing done since we're here. Excellent. Ooh, got a throttle. Nice. Okay, we need that clutch perch, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's go and find that.
Cool.
It's got to be there somewhere. We took it off. Oh, hiding behind the exhaust. Excellent. Good job. Right, we need 8mm, don't we? So 8mm socket and, and a something. Good job. Cheers. So again, we're just going to nip that up for now. When you're on the bike, we'll get all the levers set. Plus, I think we've got a brand new lever to go on there as well at some point. That turned up. And a new clutch cable as well. Jeez. Okay, where did I put the switch gear? There we go, look. Screwdriver. You got your posi? Tap. So I need to take this off at some point and fix that little, because it's actually a warrant fail in New Zealand if your controls don't maintain position. At the moment that wobbles around.
Yep.
That's why you have those little pins into the handlebars to stop them moving.
Cool.
I've repaired many of these. The Catties were terrible for it. The pins were so small and really brittle plastic that they'd always break. Right, no grip, I'm not wrong with that. Okay, so next job. That can't be right actually, that must come under there. Right, I'll have to move that as well. God damn. Okay, right, so next job is going to be that front plastic piece. So you grabbed that earlier on, didn't you?
Yep.
So we'll, in fact, jump in the gun, sorry. Wiring's next. So we've got to thread that wiring through here. In fact, I'll just put it over there for now. This is in the wrong place. This needs to come through here. I'll have to move that later on. Such is life. Okay. Have you got your spray again? Because we need to spray these ones down. There you go. Right, headlight. That's awesome control on the nozzle there. I'm usually. I bet a can of spray lasts you for years, doesn't it? I'm terrible with it. Jared's always telling me off using too much brake cleaner, I tell you.
Oh, brake cleaner's another story.
Yeah, you can never use enough brake cleaner. Yeah. Right, and Jared would say that because he'd love to sell you some more as well. Okay, so we've got the other switch gear, so we'll come down here. So what we're going to need is two more of those little clips that we used on the wiring harness. So you can find two small ones in that box and you can put those on the bars. So you can be on with that while I'm flipping this up. There's that. She's in. Yeah, that'll do. Somewhere around there. So that's for the headlights. So all the rest of this needs to be bundled up into that little parcel thing, little plastic pouch. Oh, here he comes! Dum dum dum. He's after you. Look. See, mate. There were so many of them, weren't there?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that they had so many children in one family. Unless it was going to be a meeting. Let's all meet at the headlight on Sunday. You know, so all the teenagers.
Yep.
Let's rock up to the Speedo and we'll have a little conference. You never know. I mean, we've all watched Ants, the movie, and similar stuff to that, and you know, pretty cool. Okay, so that's now pouched up. So if you want to get your front cowl, and we'll just bend those back. Sorry, people, you can't really see that very well. That pops in there. It's a bit Heath Robinson, in all honesty. It's not very accurate, is it? So maybe like that, actually. Get them all to the middle. Then we bend it over. And that should then, there's your headlight one. Put that through there. You got your bolts?
Yep.
Cool, right, so in, and there was a bolt down there, wasn't there? That's right. So we've got two nuts and a bolt to find from there, and then we can get the rack fitted.
Cool.
Cool.
Will they be in that box?
Should be in that little tub there. I'll put them all in one tub, yeah.
That's right.
So you can tip them out of there if you want, it's easier.
That would be the nuts, and I bet that's the bottom bolt.
I think it is, yeah, because you've only got, I wonder what thread size it is.
I think it'll be that one.
Yeah, just try that in there. Just have a look, see if it's going to Guess who forgot to turn the camera on? Right, okay, so it's in position. I think these two are to tighten up. So pass us the ratchet again, Holly, please. Tap, just give these a tweak. That's mine done. There you go. Super job. That works. Yeah, don't go mad, it's only an M6. Okay, so the next job is going to be fitting the rack. Now, if you remember, we've got to undo these two again because the rack bolts through these.
Yep.
And then there's some like what we call Jubilee clips, hose clamps that go around the fork extension to clamp the bottom part of the rack.
Cool.
So that works. So I'll get those. You go and find the racks up there. Look, hang it up there, looking nice and shiny. If you grab that, and I'll get these bolts undone. Can you reach? Yeah. I thought you might. You can reach higher than I can at the moment. Okay, so we need to crack those off. Here you go, you can do your side if you want. Nice good Fred, I've one on this side with it. I get the distinct impression it's been like a from the hip conversion to a farm bike. When you start using this kind of stuff to hold racks on, yeah, you're like, yeah, somebody's gone. Yeah, we've only got like 400 of these to do. We'll just use hose clamps. It's fine. There you go. So you want to fit it so that you see the actual tightening up bit wants to go at the back, but facing outwards.
Cool.
That's it, like that. So you just get it started on the threads for now, and then we can slot the rack on. There's a lot of cobwebs, isn't there? Right, if you grab the rack, because your hands are probably a little bit cleaner than mine, and then you need to pull your little hose clamp out and just slide it. There you go, you got it. Slide it over the outside of the bottom bit. You good? Cool. And then we can get the rack bolts through at the top. So you get the way out. That's it. Oh, look at that. It looks like an adventure bike. Very cool. Right. Click. There you go, that's for you. Cool, I'll do your swap. I'll finish my thingy off. Took me bloody ages to paint these. All these little bits. I think it'll pay off. Click. Good job. Right. Last bit. I do like the rack though. And the fact you can put your bacon butties in the front. I think that's the best bit, you know, a little tiny lunch box with a couple of bacon sandwiches in there. And then head off over the mountains. Great. The freedom of the open road.
Cool.
Oh, it's got a nice run look. Well done, Andy. Unique paint job again. Okay, we need the back part of the headlight first, I think. I think you've already grabbed that, haven't you? Yep, back bits. And we're also going to require the two long M8 bolts, I think. So you put that up there.
No, I think it's the ones with the, maybe.
You got it?
Yep.
So they have a little look. So there should be a top hat washer on your side. It should. Because this rack's probably a little bit bent. Being a farm bike, it tends to be a bit rough. So you want to get your bolt through first, then I'll try and wiggle mine into position. So tell me if you down a bit. Yeah, okay, you still want to get up. Okay, down a bit.
Just a bit more.
There you go. How's that?
Keep down a little bit. There we go.
That's what all the girls say. Jesus. There you go. Right, so I'll wait for you to get started. You good? Yep?
Yeah.
Super job. Right, it's my turn. Everything's very black. Oh, there we go. Look, I can see what's going on now. Okie dokie. It is tight fit though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something's not quite lined up, I think, for me. I've definitely munched it somewhere. Right, so we need a 12mm socket for that.
Yep.
Gonna go and grab that one for us. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good one. Yeah. Right. Perfect. It's facing down a bit. There we go. Good job. Right. Oh, it's looking like a bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't wait to get it fired up. Don't think it's today, but I can't wait.
Hit back now?
Yeah, and we're going to need those 3 little screws. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Perfect. Okay, if you hold the headlight, I'll plug it in. Spiders and all. There you go. And we'll do the top one first. You want to make sure all your little tabs are on the inside of the plastic. So it goes underneath like that, I think. We've got one this side to squeeze in. The other side in?
Yep.
Okay. Now, there we go. I think you're lined up. You look good. You always look good. Jesus, the rack in the way. I've got a spray. I can't get my chubby fingers through. Let's try that. There we go. Now move the screwdriver to there. Well, that was a fair operation, wasn't it?
God, I should bring the expert rectangle down there.
Leave my nipples alone! Stop it! God's sake! I can't help. I'm not a good painter. I tried my absolute best to paint this. But I must admit, spraying a motorcycle frame and these kind of intricate shapes, it's not like spraying a flat panel.
No.
No, it really isn't. It was hard work. It was very stressful because I knew you'd tell me off if I did a bad job.
I don't think that's on straight.
It's tucking under, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit out of alignment because I think that rack's slightly bent. Because this actually wasn't your rack. That was it. This was one off another bike that I painted. Because your rack, we only took off the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Right, that's my, top one of this side in. See if you can get yours in. There you go. Is it lined up? Can you see the threads?
Yeah, if you push it in.
Yeah. Cool.
No, it's a little bit on the piss.
Very technical term is that, isn't it? A little bit on the piss. All right, let me just slacken the other two off. And then that'll give us a little bit of jiggle room then, won't it?
Yeah.
There you go, there's your screwdriver back. How does that look?
If you don't cover it with your finger. Yeah, that's way better.
That's better, cool.
Just push it in a bit more.
I'm on full push-in ability. That's all you're getting.
There you go.
See, team effort, isn't it? It's teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's fantastic. But it is teamwork though. It makes it a lot more fun and it's a lot quicker as well. Okay. So, front wiring is done. I've got a throttle cable to sort out. That's obviously, we didn't route it through the fork when we fitted the fork, but it's easy now just to uncouple it and put it back on again in the right place. I can do that. Let's go and take a look and see what else we've got to do.
Cool.
What should we do next? I think we should do the front brake, master cylinder and caliper.
Cool.
Get those out of the way. So if you want to grab those. And we've kept it all as one piece and we've kept the master cylinder in the upright position as well. So we shouldn't hopefully have to re-bleed the brake. Fingers crossed. we go, Claire. Right. Wait. Okay, give me those bits. Oh, they stay in my hands already, look. Should wear gloves. Now, it does say, for people like me, up. So we'll stick the up, put that in there. Little tiny bolts. My fingers weren't designed for little tiny bolts. Right. Okay, Holly, if you want to grab me, I think there's an 8mm socket. I might have put it away actually. Have a look in the toolbox for the 8mm socket. Maybe the long one, the deep socket, you know, on the right hand, top right hand drawer. Cool. If you grab that, and we'll do this little tweak. And I've just noticed that you're going to need a front brake lever as well, because it's bent. I'll add it to the list, eh? Right. And when you're tightening these up, you always tighten the top one fully, so there's no gap. But then it's the bottom one that has the gap. And don't over tighten it, otherwise the bracket breaks. I know that from experience, because I broke a bracket one day. Right, next job. We have to thread all of this through. So that is, I think that goes on there. I'll have to look at the bike outside. I'm pretty sure that goes on there as well. So it whiz that bolt back out again. And the caliper needs to go through, yeah, then, oh, like that, from the front to the back. There we go. Okay, so we'll sort that out in a minute. Get there. Right, Holly, 14mm socket again in the ratchet. I'll just buzz that bolt back out again for the 4th, 5th, 6th time. Cool, cheers. Oh, look at the stress on that rack. Look at the gap here, look. That's monstrous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is actually quite impressive that there's that much flex on it. Jeez. Okay. Luckily it's a big bolt. Job done. We're getting there. Right, so we need to elevate the bike this time so we can work on fitting the front caliper and making sure that the brake pipe is routed correctly as well. Yeah. There we go. Right, if you want to pop the little arm down for that. Excellent. So you've got to be quite manly when you're using a hoist, don't you? Give it a good rive, or a good yuck, we call it in England. A good yuck. Great stuff. Well, I've got another little mount for the brake pipe to go on there on the bottom bolt, but I'll do that again. You're going to fit the caliper, right?
Yep.
Cool, I'll let you do that then. You've got your thread lock sorted. And you'll need a 12mm socket for those. Good job, got one pad either side of the disc, that's usually good. Excellent. My brother-in-law down here now, he fitted some brake pads to his little Jeep one day and he put the metal back to the disc. But we didn't tell him, he just drove it for a couple of days and said, it's making a terrible noise. Oh really? Okay, let's have a look.
Wonder why.
Poor Danny, yeah. You good? Are you getting frustrated with it? So a little trick. Let me show you a little trick. Are you in?
No, I am.
You want to say yes, don't you? Yeah, there we go. Okay. A little trick is just to put a little bit of pressure on the bolt and as you move that around, it'll go click into the threads. But it's not always, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. Oh, hang on, there you go, 12s. Use the speed machine. Assuming it's do up mode. Wouldn't be good, would it?
No.
Cool, yeah. Right, I'll talk those down later on. Okay, so we've got 2 clamps to do. There should be a little M6 panhead screw down there. That's to go in. That's to go in there. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Good job.
We got another praying mantis.
Another one? Oh, I was going to blow it, probably blow it onto you, so I'll leave him there for a bit. You can just have a mooch. Okay, so we now need to undo that bolt and fit that little bracket. God, it's like do everything up, undo it all again, do it all up again. You got it?
Yeah.
Cool. So mind my paintwork. Actually, mind your paintwork. Look, we've got a run here, and there's a run there. That's terrible. I'll have to get a blade and just shave it off very carefully. Okay. Such is life. Can't be good at everything, can you?
No.
It'd be nice to be good at something, to be fair, but you can't be good at everything.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Pretty much. But I mean, to be fair, all the beams that I sprayed in the workshop, they've got equal runs on them as well. So I mean, at least I'm consistent.
There you go, that's better.
So if you ever need a job working on farm bikes, I'm pretty sure that all the bike shops around New Zealand now will be like, oh, she can do DR200s. Mint, bring it down. Professional. Let's go to the CV. Fully rebuilt. There you go, you go the right way. Yeah.
My snap-on one doesn't do that.
Well, maybe it's not as much work as my ratchet. It's done a lot of work as that ratchet. Cool, yeah. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well the front brake does work. There's no air in it. I like that. We've just got some wiring to connect to the little micro switch on the front brake master cylinder. And I think then, what's going to be next? Should we do the exhaust?
Yeah.
I think the exhaust would be good, don't you? Because then we're like close to starting it up.
Cool.
Actually. Cool. Right. Let's go and do the front pipe on the... You evil woman! Honestly, poor little mantis. He was waiting for his airline to blast him across. He was waiting for his little ride. It is
like they're crawling up me.
Yeah, you got a phobia against praying mantises. Are they praying mantisae when there's more than one of them, or is it
Praying mantis apostrophe?
Is that what it is?
I would say.
Okay, all right then. I'll go with that. I never was very good at English. Okay, Holly, let's header pipe, please. Excellent. Right, now that was 2 6mm Allen key heads, wasn't it, from memory?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Terrible cam work, Andy. Jeez.
We've got 3 pairs, so what's that one for?
So, they're different lengths, so you found the 2 bolts?
There's 3 Allen keys. Oh, one of them is for the back. That'll be right. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. We've still got a gasket in there. You see a copper gasket in there? Yeah. Cool. Right, so before you put your bolts in, I'm going to give you some copper paste, because these things get real stiff in the threads. And the last thing you ever want is thread lock. Jeez, that would be the worst. That's the one. Okay, in fact, I'll give you the socket. So you'll have more control of it then. There you go.
Cool.
So you've got that as an option. I'll get you there. And you can use that one for your other one because it's a bit tight in there, isn't it? Oh, somebody else is out cutting the grass. God damn.
Funny thing about having a lawn, always needs mowing.
Mine doesn't need mowing. It does need mowing, but it never gets mowed. It's going to get mowed now, though. But no, I think maybe one of those, high-powered, long-range paintball rifles with a telescopic sight would be really quite good for stopping people cutting the lawns when I'm filming.
So I don't understand why people like having a lawn. Most of them don't actually use it.
I'd just rather
They just go out and cut the grass.
concrete it over. That's what I really do.
So much time cutting grass.
Yeah.
They must enjoy just mowing the lawn.
And I mean, don't forget, it's bad for the environment. It is. The emissions from all the lawnmowers and weed whackers around the world is pretty high. So I do my bit for the world by not cutting the grass. Right, I suggest we don't do it fully gorilla tight. Just have it so there's a bit of movement on the pipe because we've still got to get the tailpipe on, and we need that. We don't know where it's going to be finally aligned. Do you do a bit more? A bit more than that? So it's a bit too sloppy at that.
Up a bit more. Do it up a
Just
bit more.
yeah, just do it a bit more. Yeah, just do it, and just starts the knit. There we go. That'll do. So we've got a bit of movement if we need it. Excellent. Right. Oh yes, I remember that other bolt. That's the one that was a real shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we'll do. You grab that bolt. We'll put it in the vise and we'll run a dye down it just to clean it up.
Cool.
Yeah. Right, it's M8, isn't it? I'll look at it. Ooh, okay, so you've got a. This has never been on camera before. How do you spell taps and dies?
Not like that.
Not like that. And that's my writing. I wrote that on there years ago in England, and I was obviously in a rush. I know what it means. You know? Right, see if you've got better eyesight than I. See if you can find an M8 by 1 point, I think it's 1.25 in there while I get this one taken out.
Oh, first one to pick up.
Seriously, I've been there for ages looking. Right, hang on, I've got a holder for it.
Just testing.
Easy, Tiger, easy. God, you are so eager. Right.
It makes more sense just to test to see if it works first.
Oh, it does, it does.
If I don't drop it.
Oh, that's gone right under the bench. Oh,
You got a magnet.
wood. Ah, there it is. It's alright, I got it. It's in with all the fluff and stuff.
If you could get a degree in dropping shit, I'd have it yesterday.
Did you notice that it was me that went scrabbling around under the bench to go and find it? Things that I do, honestly. Right, let's pop that in there. He says with complete control. Get in, there we go. It's done well as this thing actually. Normally I break these, but this one's lasted a while. I don't know what brand it is. Okay. It's full of crap. Alright. There you go, that's for you. Stick a bit of that on there. It's good stuff. I use it for drilling holes and stuff. It's quite lubricating when you're cutting things. There you go. Right.
Just used to using it. See.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to teach you the right way though. You know, we use Forge products here. There you go, Jared. You got your shout out. Good job. I'm just going to tweak that up a bit for you. There you go. Oh yes. Well, you're either cleaning the threads out or you're cutting a whole new one.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much easier it makes the job if you just take the extra bit of time just to clean things up like this.
Yeah.
And there's a lot less chance of them, you know, picking up and the threads, you know, because it can cause a real problem if you damage the bracket because it's got a captive nut on it. And you're like, well, where are we going to get the bracket from? Customer's here in half an hour, what are we going to do? Excellent job.
Can you tell I've done this before?
Oh, I'm sure that they've given you this job to do lots of times in the workshop. You know exactly what you're doing. Did we do threads and stuff you didn't take?
No.
We did. That was in level 3. They didn't think level 4 people should have to do threads. It's a very, very useful workshop skill. Is being able to cut threads, whether it's taps or, you know, tapping a hole or whatever.
Some people would argue that if you're a good mechanic, you shouldn't need to.
Oh no. I consider myself to be a reasonably good mechanic, and I'm
Still necessary.
always doing this kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, very exhaust studs that always snap off and you can drill them out. And, nightmare. It's all good?
Yep.
Happy with that? Excellent. Right. Back to the bike.
Sure. I can do it with that brake clean.
Brake clean? Oh, it's a lubricant anyway. It's alright.
Okay.
It'll be fine. It's only a farm bike. Oh, I didn't get the look. I was expecting a look there, like, what the hell? This is my bike. Is there a gasket still on the end of that header pipe? Yeah? Yeah, cool, that's right, because it's not in here. Right, we need, I would say, a bit of spray on there, actually. Otherwise it'll be real stubborn. There you go. Bit of black magic. Can't beat black magic. What do they say? Once you go black, you never go back. Sorry, Jared. You going up?
Yeah.
Okay, so as regards depth, you see we've got a bolt up here, a hole there, so I keep wiggling it until we're about lined up there a bit more. How does that look? Is that going to do it?
Just a bit more. That should be fine.
Cool, okay, right. I'll go and find this bolt, I think. I can get a bolt in there. We're really getting short on bolts. Oh, we can do that one. That'll be, that's where that top hat washer goes. Look. Okay, so that goes in the back of the exhaust, in there, in the back of the bush. Then it goes up to there. Yes, so that bolts from this side. That's right, remember now. So what size, it's an Allen key one, isn't it, again, that one? Is that right?
Yeah.
It's Suzuki again, eh? Right, try that now. And if I give you that, don't use your fingers, because if it pings off with the pliers, it's going to really trap your finger. Like that.
Cool, that's ready now.
You got it? Oh, bloody professionals. Right, so you can tighten that up proper. That's done. And then we need one more bolt, don't we, for the back. And that 12mm needs tightening up. I think we'll probably do a final tweak once the header bolts are done, actually. That'll do Holley for now. Yeah. Okay, so we need one, you can tighten that one up. There you go. Nice.
Quite lined up there. Stick it up a bit.
Oh, I can do that. I can do lifty up stuff. Probably got bent.
We got the.
Okay, so that must be a bolt. It's not threaded, is it? So that's a bolt all the way through the nut. What have we got? We got anything left? We haven't, have we?
Got the praying mantis.
Okay, I think actually I know what it is. That bolts through, and the rack bolts there as well.
Cool.
So that's a common. We'll leave that off for now. That's not a problem. I can sort that later on. So what we need to do now, in fact,
Tighten up the front bolts.
yeah, but I do want to put something through that before we tighten, because you see how it affects the front look.
Right.
I'll get a bolt. I'll get something other in there. Right, if you just push that through while I lift it up. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so let's tighten up those header pipe bolts now. So they're an N8 thread, aren't they? They're not an M6. So we can go quite tight with those.
Exhaust bolts are usually like controls, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they've got to cover all the heat and stuff, haven't they? Especially on this machine, it's going to produce so much power. Seriously. It's going to be good. Can you get in with that? Will that give you more leverage? How's that? If it suddenly feels like it goes real easy to turn, just stop. Because it's too late. That'll do, probably. Is this one tight? Give that a tweak.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Good job. Got an exhaust. It's looking like a bike. Okay, well, I think the next job, because, well, I think we should fit the underneath bash guard and then the foot pegs, which will give us a side stand.
Cool.
And then it's sort of mobile then, isn't it? Wow, doing so well. Right, Holly, see if you can find that bash guard. I painted it for you. It's probably got runs just to match the rest of it.
Is that what it is now?
That's the one. So professional, the camera work there. That was actually really good. I kept you right in the frame all the way through. Right, Holly. So that's going to go. It goes on these two mounts here, but at the front it bolts to that lower engine mount bolt that we've already fitted. So we need to pop that out first, and then we can get it all put on. Nice and shiny, isn't it? That's not going to last 5 seconds, and you start riding. Okay. Right, 14 mil. So we need a 14 mil socket for the other side. And I need a 14mm spanner to hold this side. I think it's around there. I'm sure I took it off something and put it down.
I don't see it.
Yeah, there.
Oh, yes.
Use that one until you find it. Oh, you need to be on that side. If you undo the nut to that side, look. And I'll hold the head. And that's why that bolt's longer, you see. Good job. Are we there?
Something didn't like that very much.
Oh, so you've got a washer and a nut, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Right, a bit of copy paste, because we need to do these back ones first, I think. So there's your rear bolt. There we go. Hokey dokey. Right, I'll offer it up and then you can get your bolt in first, yeah?
Cool.
Right, there you go.
It wants to go in. There we go.
You got it? Yeah, it's probably got a bit of paint in it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you can just give it a tentative width. Don't go all the way in there.
Right. It doesn't hold it very much.
It's not cross-threaded, do you think?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're taking it out again. Okay. Well, I'm good. I'm going in.
Yeah, I think it is just paint.
Yeah. If in doubt, wind it in. That'll do. That'll do for now. That'll do. Making me cringe. Okay. Right, the bolt at the front is now coming through again. Oh, look at that. That actually was brilliant. I was expecting a bit of a fight. So did you got a washer and a bolt and a nut?
Yep.
Cool. Right, so you can whiz that one back up now, and I'll hold it. Okay. Right. So is that one tight now or not?
No.
All right, give it some jip.
There we go.
Cool, yeah.
I was winding it in and out
To clean
make
it
sure
out,
it
yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
cross-threading.
I'm sure it's not. You're a professional. There's no way you'd cross-thread the bolt. Am I undoing it there?
Yeah.
I am, aren't I? What? That's your job. That's what you normally do, isn't it? Oh my god. Right. There we go. Another bit on the bike. Good job, Holly.
Cool.
Right, Holly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bit more to go. No, we're nearly there, actually. We really are. Okay, so what should we fit next? We've done the exhaust. Let's do the right-hand foot peg, which is just 2 bolts. We'll get that slapped on first, I think. So that's on the bench, a couple of bolts. And that's the modification that I made to the frame as well.
Cool.
I had to put that second hole in that to machine it all up. And yeah, it worked out really well, actually. Really, really well.
Awesome.
And you could watch the video and see me do it if you want. If you get really bored, you could watch that video. One day, maybe. Cool, yeah. Right, so if you go and grab your stand, or your right hand foot peg and stand combination thing. There we go, look. And for the last time, because people do, some of the viewers have complained that we fitted that to the old frame as well, but that was just to show you how to do it. We can now fit this finally to the proper frame.
Cool.
And never take it off ever again. Good job. Right, so let's get that done. So a 17mm socket, I think, for those.
Cool.
I think we put thread lock on those, don't we, as one of those bolts?
Yeah.
You add some up here, I'll drop you a bit on. There you go, that's enough for that one. There you go. Right, so if I can hold it in place for you, you can whack the bolts in, can't you?
Yep.
Look at that. That's probably a bit of the old thread lock. There you go. I know the thread's good because I cut them. You got it down a bit? I'll let you control it. There you go. Excellent stuff. Right, so I'll go find you impact wrench. There you go. Okay, do the other one up for now. I'll get you the power bar. So have a quick look at the bolt. What's it like?
That's fine.
There is one there. Try that one. I found a few spare ones off the other bikes that I've stripped. There you go. See if that goes any better. Yeah. It's not a bad little tool, that, but it hasn't got a lot of beef to it.
Yeah.
Back in a bit of battery so we can get a bit more. It's bizarre why it's a bit tight, but I think there's maybe just a bit of thread lock left in the thread from where I fit it last time.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be paint, actually. Might be paint in there.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. It's paint.
It should be tight now.
You good? Do you want to give the other one a little sweep while you got it? There you go. Cool. Super job. We have a stand. Look at that. Fantastic.
Easy.
I might just give that. You see it moving there?
Yeah. Maybe the top one's not quite
Let's
tight.
give it another little tweak. Oh, there we go. There's a lot of leverage on the stand, isn't there?
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Oh, what's next? Oh my word.
Other side?
Yeah, the other side, don't forget, we've got to completely build the
Yeah.
foot peg because actually only about a week ago did the actual bracket turn up because the delays on freight. Honestly, it's unreal. We've got it now. So remember how we did it? We've got to press in that bush.
Yeah.
So there's no need to do it all on camera because the reason for that is we've already done one.
Yeah.
So you guys don't need to see that because it's quite a palaver, to be honest, doing it. So if you want, I'll go and build the other one up if you want to fit the pillion ones.
Cool.
Yeah, because they're easy enough to do. Good job. Is that it? You're almost there, aren't you?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Cool. Alright.
Well, my foot peg bolt went in really easily. Oh, what are you doing? What does Eric say? Every tool's got a hammer side?
That's right.
Quite true, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool, yeah. Now, I see you fitting pillion foot pegs to this bike, Holley.
Yep.
And you're only on your learners. What's going on there then? Is it like an emergency lift back from the pub for somebody?
That'll be it.
I'll pick you up on the bike. On the farm bike. Good job. Excellent stuff. Done. And whilst Holley was doing that, on the other side, I did the left-hand foot peg as well. So we're all good there. Oh my word. Better go and check out the bench and see what's left, Holley.
Cool.
There's not a lot there.
We've just got the horn lift.
Is that it?
Yep.
Holy moly, we've nearly finished this video. Fantastic. Right, well, go and slap it on. Better find a little M6 bolt for that one. So from memory, I think it goes in that one there, and there's a little tab on the back of the bracket to go in that slot.
Yep.
Cool. Where do you want that? Down there?
Yep.
That easy? Excellent stuff. We're on 10.
Yep. It's on there.
Oh, you got faster than that. There you go. Bloody good. Right, where's our super special spray for the electrics? Stick some of that in there, look. There you go. That just drops on there. Bloody hell.
Doesn't matter which way around it goes?
No, I don't think so. It's just a horn. It doesn't rely on the ground from the bike. It's just two separate. It's like a bulb, basically.
Cool.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I think, Holly, I get the camera sorted out. I think it's time to put a battery on the bike, turn on the ignition, and see if any smoke comes out.
Cool.
Good idea, eh?
Yeah.
Right, let's do that. So close. So close. Holy moly. Right, Holly, are you ready?
Yeah.
See if this bike's going to start. I've no idea if it will or not, to be honest. Right, Holly, it's your bike. Turn on the ignition, see if we get a neutral light. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, if you want to pull in, you've got to press the front brake to crank it. They're weird, these bikes. And then press your start button there and see what's going to happen.
Nothing happens.
Nothing?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, there you go. Just a switch.
Cool.
Try again. Right. I'm going to need to turn the fuel on, aren't I? So, I think that's on. Up like that. Okay, let's drain the carb, see if we've got any fuel coming out. Got fuel on the floor?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Choke is out. Go for it.
Cool.
See if it goes. Holy moly!
That doesn't spike some acceleration.
It's probably old fuel. What a machine! Good job! Not bad for a weekend work, Fantastic. Well, we've done all we can today, so let's start the video off. Give it a rip. Back to the bench. Yeah, well, there's all the oil and grease and stuff from touching things, but bloody runs.
Awesome.
That's good. And that was no trick photography, no editing. That was the first start, and it started. Brilliant. Right, see you over there. Oh, look at that. Best view of the workshop, that one. Right, we've done it. We've been busy for 2 days solid. Long day yesterday. Not quite so long today. We've sort of stayed on schedule. We caught up a bit and then we sort of stayed on schedule for the rest of the day, which is nice. But the bike, Toolgirl Holly's farm bike, runs! Bloody awesome. So happy about that. And there was no adverse noises for the engine. Sure, we've not done a test ride yet. It might need new clutch plates in it. That's pretty common for farm bikes. The old farm hands like to ride the clutch and not bother changing gear, Third gear set-off's all good. Just 4 beans and ride the clutch for a while. Seen that so many times. But it is together and it runs, and really half a day more work and all the little ancillary bits and pieces are going to be on there. It's going to get a real good clean up and teacut on the fuel tank. We've got a new seat coming.
Cool.
Holy crap, brand new seat coming. New front mudguard, new rear mudguard. So it's going to look pretty smart when it's all finished, I think. Should be a good little bike. So hopefully, as always, you've enjoyed watching this video. I've really enjoyed making these videos, as always, with Toolgirl Holly. She's great fun in the workshop, and the stuff that you don't see on camera, well, we can't talk about that, but tell me, believe me, it's good fun. It really is. You're a great company. You really are. I have a lot of fun in the workshop with you. So why not subscribe to the channel? That way you won't miss out on any future videos that we post. And if for some reason it goes a little bit dry one week and I don't post any videos, don't panic, because there's over 550 other videos on the channel that you can go and watch. Just go into the various galleries and stuff, or playlists, and choose something. There's Toolgirl videos, there's Toolgirl Holly's got her own playlist. You've done loads of videos now, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think probably, after this weekend, the most videos for one Toolgirl. I've got to give you a trophy or something, Anna, for that. Putting it on me for so long. Okay, crew, you'll also find me on
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon.
You sure will. Feel free to communicate through any of those portals. You can drop onto Patreon, read all about the history of the channel, why it exists, and of course the profiles of all the tool girls. And you'll know you're on Toolgirl Hollies because you'll recognise all the very nice shots that have been pulled from the videos for you. And there's a few little bits of video footage on there as well. If you want to support the channel, you can do it through Patreon, or you can drop through the PayPal portal, and you can send something through on that. Doesn't matter what it is, could be $1, I don't care. It all goes towards helping run the channel, and we are extremely grateful for all the people, and there's been lots of them, that have supported the channel to date. So thank you. If you're one of them, thank you very much. We do really appreciate it. If you're going to be a new supporter, then that's the way to do it. And whether it's a one-off payment or you want to do a monthly, regular payment, it's all good. I'll give you a shout out on one of the live streams or in a video for sure. Okay, crew, well, I've got to get packed up in the workshop, Holly's got to get sorted out, and we've got a 250-kilometre drive back up to Auckland. I'm sure we'll find a pub on the way though, won't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, that goes without saying, doesn't it? Yep. All right, chaps and chapettes, it's goodbye from Andy Mechanic.
And goodbye from Toolgirl Holly.
Well done, Holly. Well done indeed. You've been an absolute star this weekend. You really have. Okay, crew, over and out.
Goodbye.
And we get the flip up again. Oh!